Live from the historic Ham Building in St. Paul, it's the Haberdasher's Couch. I'm Kendrick, inviting you to the show, starring Heimie and featuring Todd Walker, also featuring Amye Scharlau. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here's Heimie.
Welcome to another show of the Haberdasher's Couch, where you don't have to pay somebody to listen to you. And I tell you what, Keith, whether you're buying a ready-made suit or a custom suit for your wedding, now is the time, gentlemen, to make it all happen. Oh, yeah. Keith, they say 3 to 6 months worth of planning. That's after you pick the people that are going to be in your wedding, right? And actually, I think it's the groomsmen, your best man, that should help you coordinate all that, don't you?
I do, but it doesn't really happen that often.
It doesn't. But we're gonna teach these young guys coming in about the principles of being a best man, right?
Otherwise, we'll be the best.
We usually end up being the best man,
which is kind of why we're here.
So Keith, from fabric to fit, wouldn't you say that some of the choices we have here at the Haberdashery for the season are spectacular?
Fantastic. See that?
Fantastic.
3 words out of 1. It's so good.
Fan being the biggest fan. I'm the biggest fan.
So nice. You got to say it twice.
That's right. Mm-hmm. Tell me about what your perspective is on fashion heading into this wedding season.
You know, we use the word fashion, but I think more importantly, I just kind of, for us, when we are consulting with the bride, the bride and the groom, right, we get a feel of the aesthetics that they want.
The bride takes the brunt of the planning.
Thank God. But so when we get certain aesthetics, we're able to fulfill that need, whether it's a modern version of a classic, an antique look. And depending on, so there's a lot of listening on our part. We have to do a lot of listening and making choices or helping to make choices. Very, very, because that's what you want to do. With our store, what we do here is really and honestly and truly assist, right? Yep. So there's the
support system.
Just as men and humans support each other, we really look forward to supporting grooms and groomsmen, and ultimately the bride, which is the bridal party and family, because this enjoys occasion.
Are you saying we create memories?
We are in the business of creating great memories.
We're part of the whole.
Great memories.
So it's important to think about how soon to get a haircut, getting your shoes shine, and once you get to your destination, if you're traveling, make sure that you have a steam iron or a concierge service that it can actually press your suit.
Yeah.
Right. Make sure the details are taken care of.
So communication is really key, and we continue to work very hard as to speak to
communication.
How we're communicating with the bride, the groom.
Charlotte talked about that last week. How important communication is. Text messaging, not so much. But we're saying, let's be the liaison between what's happening with the groomsmen and the groom, and make it all happen.
Yeah.
Now, are groomsmen's gifts something that they're still asking for, Keith, out on the floor?
I think yes, there is, because there's in life, I think there's an appreciation, right? There's a thank you for being there for me, being part of my support system. Because when I look at a lot of the groomsmen and over the years, most of these young men and young people have been, or people in general, have been friends for quite some time, right? You know, some people from grade school on, and so this is an appreciation, and I think that is just wonderful to see and hear. This is an appreciation for being a part of my occasion.
You give me gifts all the time, and that must mean you appreciate me.
And you're a gift.
Boy, that's a face-to-face thing, Keith, isn't it?
We just got through talking about the guys shoulder to shoulder or face to face.
Or face-to-face, right. So. Yeah. So I'll tell you what, we've got plenty of gift items that are monogrammable here at the store. Flasks or, cigar cases, journals, key fobs, all that stuff. You can pick that stuff out with when you come
bracelets.
in. Bracelets, all that stuff. So that's important. But I think what's important is the planning process, and we want to let you know that now's the time.
Yes.
If you got a June wedding, now is the time.
3 to 6 months out.
To start putting it all together.
Get started 3 to 6 months out.
Yep.
Give you some time. Give yourself some time. You ease into it. Then you can also use our space here to come and gather and ease into your wedding. So we really have a lot of options and a lot of things that I think will make the wedding process really quite smooth and have a great experience.
Right. Mm-hmm. Right. And give me one last thought on: is there a color this year? Is there a gray? Is there a blue? Is there a black?
What I'm seeing is, if you want to use the word classic, black tie. I've seen a lot more.
More black tie.
Black tie. Whether it's the black tie for the groom, and I've seen where thus far where a lot of the grooms have stepped out and done something a little bit more fun, whether it be a brocade jacket or something like that. Yeah. But it's still black tie.
Right.
And I think that's wonderful to see.
Right. Well, I'd like to thank Keith for giving us all that great advice. And we look forward to seeing you next week on the Haberdasher's Couch.
It's Todd About Town, Todd Walker, entertainment, travel, and more. Hey Todd, what's new?
Happy 116 years at the Science Museum. Unbelievable. They had an event going on, huh?
Yeah, they're celebrating their 116th birthday, right? That's what it is.
Yeah.
And they're going to be doing a huge party for people to come to. You just pay the cost of admission, which for adults is $29.95. For kids, it is $15.95, and they're going to have just birthday scavenger hunt. They're going to have dancing, and they're going to have food and just different things for
Todd,
kids.
they never had dancing dinos when I was a kid. Actually, I remember the Science Museum off of Wabasha, and it had that old sort of museum quality to it that I just loved with the dinosaur displays, and then their installations were hand painted. They were amazing.
Yeah, that was a beautiful building.
It was a beautiful building. I liked it there.
Barely remembered being in there, but yeah, that was a great spot.
It's never something is never just enough. We always have to have more.
I know.
I mean, we got the Amye.
Yeah, which is nice.
Yeah, which is
That's
nice.
a great setting.
And speaking about weather, people need a little bit of hairspray moving through this.
That was an
these windy
interesting
days.
transition.
Yeah, because I remember I saw Hairspray the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is this Hairspray?
All right, so this I saw last night, and I do have to say I've seen the show a number of times. I've seen the movie, I've seen the stage play, either from the Broadway companies that come through. I saw it at Chanhassen. So I kind of went thinking I've seen this so many times, but
Went to Orpheum.
But it's at the Orpheum, and I was invited, so I thought I should go. Tickets start at $40, and I have to tell you, they've done, it is just a fantastic production, and they try to update things all the time when these older shows come through in order to appeal to modern audiences.
Yeah.
And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. This one absolutely knocked it out of the park. It's funny. It's relevant. The subject matter, of course, that we all know that they discuss, and it's all equality and racism. And but they did it just in a fabulous way, and it's just the costuming, the music. It's just a great show.
Is the production design in the 60s?
Yep.
Okay.
So they kept all that,
they kept all that,
the way it should be. And Tracy Turnblad is great, and her mother is great. It's just a really good show, but it only runs until the 15th of January. So you should really try to get tickets for that.
So Todd, this time of year, I get a little bit bluesy because I need some heat.
Yep.
In one place you can find a little bit of humidity is inside the Como Conservatory.
Yeah.
The flowers.
Yeah, they
show
do. This is their winter
back
flower show is
Yeah.
opening, and it opens actually January 14th, and then it runs through March 19th, and they do such a fantastic job. It's just a goodwill offering.
It's free.
So it's free to go get in.
And you can put money in the little
Yeah,
thing.
but it's just if you want to like get a little color in your life, a little spice things up, feel like spring isn't that far away, you just go to the flower show, look around, and it smells great in there. It's such a beautiful setting, something to do.
So you bring Grandma to see some flowers, and afterwards you take her to the Wrestlepalooza.
Okay, this is,
And enter in that contest. Grandma should do a real good job.
I know. I thought I really wanted to have
Wrestlepalooza. We should have one here.
I really wanted a diverse group of activities for people that are watching the show this week, because you go from flower show, you're right, to Wrestlepalooza. And this is happening at First Avenue, downtown Minneapolis. It happens this weekend, the 13th and 14th, Friday and Saturday, and it is the old-fashioned wrestling that's happening right there. I think it would be so fun.
Maybe we're about the same generation.
Yep.
You haven't shared your age with me. But you know, I remember going to First Avenue when they had the punk bands were there.
Yep.
And we'd do the mosh pit.
Yep. I remember that too.
Yep.
Yeah, so this is kind of the mosh pit now on steroids with WrestleMania. I think it'd be a lot of fun to go and see.
Yeah, so then this next event here, the sounds of blackness, music for Martin. Is it Martin Luther King?
Yes,
yeah,
right.
Martin Luther King. $24, Friday the January 13th.
Yep.
Have you gone to that?
I'm going on Friday night.
yeah.
So this is the Music for Martin, once again, as you said, performed by the Sounds of Blackness, which has been around for many, many, many years. They are a Grammy Award-winning group. It's one night only. I really strongly suggest you take it in. The music is fantastic, as I've seen it before. And so this should be a really, really great show at the Ordway. Really a lot of fun.
Hey, Todd. What's a onesie?
Okay, this one. I thought you'd have fun with this one.
I kind of know what a onesie is.
So when I saw this, I thought I have to put this on here because
Is that when they pull your boxer shorts up?
No.
What is that?
That's a snuggie.
Oh, that's a snuggie.
Yes.
A onesie's different.
Yeah, onesie's a little different. So this is the Minneapolis Onesie Bar Crawl, and that is happening on Saturday night, runs into the wee hours of the morning on Sunday. They have a map. Everything starts.
The wee hours of the morning. What up? I mean, so is there a sober cab with that?
I'm hoping that people do take a sober cab. And this is happening, and it starts at the poorhouse, and it goes throughout. They give you a map, and there's drink specials. There's things that are happening all night long. You can take your group, everybody dressed in onesies, and go to all the bars downtown Minneapolis. I'd like to just go down there and watch them.
I might just try to see just exactly where I do wake up on Sunday.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know.
Hello, I'm Amye the Hypnotist here at beautiful Heimie's Haberdashery, and this is Coffee Talk. Today we are going to talk about anger. Anger can be quite the stigmatized emotion. In my family, people were never angry at you. They were disappointed. And if somebody was disappointed, boy, were you in trouble. But let's unpack this emotion a little bit. Anger is considered to be a secondary emotion. It is built on other emotions. You can think of it as being sort of like the tip of the iceberg. And most of the anger is way underneath. So it's usually a buildup of a bunch of different things. It can be feeling overwhelmed. It can be feeling that things are unfair. It can be frustration. And these things all build up to anger. But anger in and of itself is just an emotion. It's pretty neutral. If you think of it as the check engine light on your emotions, it means that there's something else going on that you need to address. So one of the best things to do if you're feeling angry is to sort of pull yourself away from the situation and figure out what's really going on. Anger can also be very motivating. It can be something that inspires people to change. So not necessarily something to be afraid of or to pull yourself away from, but just use it as information and check out to see what's really going on beneath. Then you can solve the problem, feel more at peace, and have a happier life going forward. So we will see you next week at Heimie's Haberdashery.